Hey Super Horror fam, and welcome to Papa Bones Reads AI Horror Stories. There's been a lot of talk recently about AI taking everyone's jobs away, so I decided to throw some prompts at an AI writer to see what kind of horror stories we can expect from this new technology. Before we start, make sure you comment below the different horror writing prompts you'd like me to try next. If yours is picked, we'll make sure to highlight your comment in that episode. Also, consider showing some love to Papa Bones and SHS on Patreon. It's just $1 a month. That's almost enough money to buy a whole egg. So without further ado, let's begin. This story is called The Cabin in the Attic. Ooh, spooky. Ahem. We're all sitting around the living room and eating some Halloween candy. Daddy gets out a tape recorder and asks us, what kind of story do we want him to tell? The kids vote on which type of story we want Daddy to tell us. We vote unanimously for the one where he takes us into the attic of our house and scares the pants off of us. Daddy gets on the table and sits cross-legged and tells us to hold hands. He says, in this story, we'll be going to a place where nobody can hear us. Just the four of us. Wait, four? There we go. He asks us if we can go to the attic. The kids start yelling, "No!" Daddy says, well, don't worry, it won't hurt. And besides, I'll protect you. I'll watch your backs. Just trust me, okay? We start to say no, but Daddy puts on a funny voice and starts talking to us. It's time to go into the attic. Let's get ready. He hands each of us a flashlight and leads us to the attic door. As we open the door, we see the most disgusting spider web ever. We shine the flashlight around and notice there are dead bugs everywhere. Daddy points out a little black and white mouse that is running across the floor. There are spiders everywhere. Daddy says that it's okay. You can touch them if you want to. They're not dangerous. Then he started. I lived in an old house in town. When I was 13, my older sister would tell me the things she found in the attic and about things she saw up there. I was scared, but I didn't believe her, so I decided to go see for myself. I snuck out of my room and went up the stairs. My mom knew I had left my room, but that didn't matter. She didn't see me leave. Then a black cat ran across my path. I was just about to call out to it and pet it when it suddenly leapt on my shoulders. I felt a cold hand on my neck and realized I was standing in front of a cabin in the attic. A shadow figure with a hooded cape stood in front of the cabin door and began staring at me. I was too scared to look up at him. Tell us your name, the man said. I looked up at him and blurted out, my name is Thomas. The shadow moved closer to me and said, tell us your age. I'm 4, I replied. No. How old are you? I'm 8, I said. No, your real age, he repeated. I'll never be any older than 7, I answered. Then the man pointed a finger at me and smiled. Suddenly, there were hundreds of spiders crawling up my legs. They began to cover my body. Get out of here, I screamed. Leave me alone. I started running towards the door as quickly as I could, but when I tried to open it, it was locked. I turned around and saw the man had disappeared. I slowly walked back to the window and looked out. The black cat had vanished. The following is what I found on the internet. When a cat is caught in a room or other small space, it will often rub against the walls until it finds an exit. This is because it's seeking a way out. Well, that was creepy. I mean, the dad was definitely creepy. And what was up with those kids? Begging to go to the attic, then not wanting to go to the attic? Why was the mouse black and white? The Shadow Man was weird too. And why were they telling us about cats? Well, that's all the time we have for Right Meow. But don't forget to comment writing prompts for future episodes. Until next week, stay positive. If you don't like puns, that ending was a real catastrophe.